Alrighty, let's get some streaming going. There we go. Up and running. Just pop out the chat here. So I can see what y'all are saying. There we go. Adam, hello. Moondog, how's it going? Ethan, nice to see you. Kairos, hey, how's it going? GG Bear. Findantu. Amos, nice to see you. Ralph. Adrianeth, hello. Brian H. What up? Hey, Kickers. Hey, Bright Glory. Ed Sap, nice to see you. Stefan. Tim. Dracos. Lysandra. John Calder. Kidovash. Bright Glory. Oh. Okay, so today I have a special little treat in the form of this magical elixir. Hopefully that effect is coming through. This is Crystal Skull Vodka. And I'm about to remove it from its packaging and sample it. This is a flashlight. The magic of television. Oh, the hat. There you go. There you go. Got to be on brand, right? Okay. So this vodka, as far as I know, it comes from Canada. It's a company which is owned by Dan Aykroyd from Ghostbusters and various other things. And let's face it, it's called Crystal Head Vodka, product of Canada. It's very strong, and it's an awesome bottle that I think anybody who plays D&D should absolutely have. And I'm going to be sampling it. I left my cheese behind. With you. Is that sealed? Yes, it is. What typhoon? What? Hey, no problem, Bright Glory. I enjoyed bringing you the Dragonlance content. Hey, thanks to Wall. Yes, it is Dan Aykroyd vodka that I'm about to drink. Cheese vodka. No. Well, we're about to find out. So I'm going to try a little bit of it just straight up, and then I'm going to add some mixes to it. Cool. Good health, everybody. That is extremely clean vodka. Oof. That would degrease your engine. Jim Belushi would down the whole thing. Yeah, no doubt. I, however, am not Jim Belushi. And it is like 10 o'clock in the morning over here, so... John called a good question. Who do you think was better, the Nickelodeon alien supervillain show Invader Zim or robot superhero show My Life as a Teenage Robot? I haven't actually seen My Life as a Teenage Robot, so I'm going to have to say Invader Zim. Time to lich out. I think it's okay. It's safe to say, like, the most political thing that I'm going to do on this live stream is allow the colour blue to be posted everywhere in the form of live chat, super chats, blue love hearts, the and also the blue happy hour on the text of the title page of this video. So we're celebrating. We don't need to say why. Okay, so I'm going to be adding lemon, lime, and bitters as my first little additive to this vodka. And then we're going to start talking about some D&D. And some Kickstarters and some new products. A little bit more vodka. This, by the end of this hour, this is probably going to be a very interesting live stream. Yeah! This one's to Philly. Oh damn. Oh damn, that's way too easy to drink. Pickle juice. Oh, nice. Sina Una. No, I have not. Yeah, so apparently it's quadruple filtered through crystals. It's got a very interesting logo on the top here. It's got a moon, 2 fleur-de-lis, and a elk head with a sort of a bone cross thing. Okay, so products that I've very excited that I've got in my hands finally. This one is really good. Elrond's Guide to the Plains, Acheron. I think you pronounce it Acheron. I always pronounce it Acheron, but it doesn't have an R in the front of it, so it's really Acheron. And it's by Quill and Cauldron. It's available on the DM's Guild. And it's for epic campaigns. So this is designed to go to level 30 or beyond, up to like so-and-so. So in the front of the book, they've got a few additives for your D&D campaigns. There's the optional epic dice rule. There's some additions to the core rules, clarifications of what cantrips and things that add dice per level, magical and non-magical effects, races and subclass backgrounds, that sort of thing, epic level stuff. It's got an expanded monster statistics by challenge rating table that goes all the way up to level to challenge rating 45, and it's got feedback on like what went into making this book, the cosmic order, including the different definitions of avatars, chosen, the divine ranks, quasi-deities, lesser deities, greater deities, elder evils, great old ones, primordials, and it's written in the guise of Elrond, who is the chief lawkeeper of the Candlekeep. That's in there. And talking about his personal recollections of travelling through the plane of Acheron. It's taken from it's also heavily influenced by the Feywild and Shadowfell. Shadowfell and the Fugue Plane features in this, but I've only just started reading it. I'm up to like page 14, and yeah, but I'm going to be using that in an upcoming campaign. Never heard of it? Well, there you go. Level 43, dude. Yeah, I'm drinking for you guys. Okay, some other products that I've got. Skullport Dragon Swindle is essentially the Underdark spin on the same adventure. So you run Dragon Swindle, the Waterdeep Dragon Swindle thing, but this is underneath. Skullport is the Underdark mega dungeon location that's located underneath Waterdeep in Undermountain. Then I've got these two Faiths of the Forgotten Realms and Faiths of the Forgotten Realms Part 2. And I haven't really started delving into those two yet, because I've been reading a lot of Dragonlance lore lately. Yeah, that's about it to report at the moment. I've got some other products which are on the way as well. Mark, I'm feeling good about Tasha's. I'm very interested to see what they're doing with like various subclasses and things like that. Obviously, it's interesting to see them bringing in psionics finally into the game. Tempting you to break your Christmas bank. Well, you got to buy yourself a present. Hey, thanks, Burr. A small tip for all your great work. Will you be doing a video on Igwheel of Tasha as a compliment to the new 5th edition book? Yes, I will. Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, nice, nice dog. Okay, that works. Going heavy on the dragon subclasses, yeah. There was a little bit of shade thrown at that they included a pugilist class when there was a very prominent pugilist class that was done by an independent author on the DM's Guild, no less. So it's just like, you could have just like approached the guy as a courtesy. That would have been nice, Wizards of the Coast. If you're thinking about doing a pugilist class, maybe throw a bone to the people who are keeping your fucking hobby alive. But no. Good morning. You're sticking with your guns and boycotting Tasha's. I guess if it wasn't painful, it wouldn't be a protest for myself. I'm the same way with Blizzard. So I'm still boycotting Blizzard. So no World of Warcraft, no Blizzard products whatsoever. What's that to all? Invader Zim died, became a demon working for an organization named Immediate Murder Professionals, 1MP. Oh, Imp. It's a YouTube show called Hell of a Boss. Oh, yeah. I'm well aware. They got a second episode or something up with Hell of a Boss as well. Thanks, Bilbo. Hey, AJ, love your channel. American here. Happy as we just rolled 20 on our saving throw. Yeah. There's no point in me saying that there should be absolutely no politics on this live stream. I'm just saying, just keep it on the down low. Like, keep it at a sub level. No specific names, no specific dates, like no code words and stuff. Just, if you're happy and you know it, post a blue love heart. Will I be making any crafting videos? Yep, probably. I'm going to be supporting the DMG Info channel and his latest innovation with a stage type terrain that you can use for live streaming. Yeah, like if you are playing, it's a good sort of point there, Draco. So if you're playing D&D Basic, you get to a point where you've leveled up to the stage where you're past level 18, and either the Immortals are going to smack you down, or you're going to get in. You're going to go through the process of joining their ranks, and that's pretty much as close to godhood as you get. In early D&D editions. 5th edition doesn't really have a path to immortality and godhood, but epic level play is, it's sort of assumed that you're going to be like saving planes of existence or getting involved in cosmic politics and stuff like that. You might end up having a showdown with some non-divine but very close to divine beings in the city of Sigil, for instance. Wizards of the Coast has made a lot of questionable decisions lately. Have they what? Yeah, and how? I'm beyond like wondering what their motivations are now. It's just like, to be fair, last time D&D was very popular, they also made a lot of really weird financial decisions, and the products that they put out were like off the wall. Good morning, Zintu. When you do drink, you make it Fey wine. Nice. Aaron Big, how you homebrew anything? You mean with like rules and stuff? You just throw it in there. Damn, this vodka is effective. Ooh, I'm going to have to go easy on this, guys. Thank you, chartographer. Can't even talk. As a Greenhorn DM can be a pain in the neck to search irrelevant info on some monster races. Your videos help immensely. Thanks. Yeah, I've really got to organise my videos better. I know this. In fact, if anybody could help me out with like categorization of my videos, if somebody wants to make it their pet project, to like send me email me lists of playlists of videos that I can organize my channel with, that would be greatly appreciated, because I'm like working on making videos and I don't really go back and like curate my videos like I should. President of Wizards of the Coast? Hell no. I work for me. Yeah, that is an interesting artifact, Tom. There's a lot of interesting artifacts that I can bring you. I'm quite interested in bringing you some of the really weird shit from Arcana of the Ancients, just to show you why I love this book so much, because there's some crazy stuff in here. That also goes really well with epic level play as well. Mark R. Our election went really well, yep, and the cannabis referendum in New Zealand did not pass by a small majority. The small amount made the majority no vote, and our government is abiding by that, and so is the rest of the population. That's how democracy works. We're all like, okay. Yeah, I'm drinking vodka. This is going to get interesting. I'm celebrating. You may notice that I'm going to like jump up and down the chat. Hey William, how's it going? Thank you very much. Mountain Dew. I still like Mountain Dew Code Red. I probably shouldn't, but I'll try it every now and then. No, I wouldn't run against Jordan for Wizard of the Coast president. I'd run with Jordan for Wizard of the Coast president. We'll run the company together like a tag team. Me and Jordan and Mr. X, Dungeon Dad, Frederick, Matt Colville, Matthew Mercer. We'll just take it over. It's like, get out of here, boomers. Question, Nordic. If you like Drow, if so, what do you like about them? What's not to like? Everybody loves a good villain. I like the arrogance and superiority and the smoothness of Drow, but also the fact that they are so twisted up in their own petty politics and their drive to get ahead in their society. So you can mimic a lot of things about like high society humans that you don't like, and amplify it and make it into a drow sort of soap opera. See, for me, the demi-humans and alien races of fantasy worlds are, you can use them as allegory for things that you don't like in society, to vent those in a cathartic way. So they are your lens that you observe things through. They're not representative of those things. It's not like I'm saying drow are the specific bunch of people, and therefore I'm just going to slap a different name on them and be bigoted towards that as like a proxy for them. That's not what fantasy races in D&D are for. And it's pretty obvious when somebody's doing that in the game. But in the context of you're in the world, you're immersed in it, and these are these people doing these things, what do you draw on for inspiration for informing that race and its decisions and things, that cultural group? And of course you draw on your own experiences from the world around you. How could you not? So of course there's going to be some similarities to different things, but there's lots of stuff that go into making the drow. What they don't tell you about Wizards of the Coast. Everything. They don't tell you everything about Wizards of the Coast. How you homebrew any magic... Are you saying how do I homebrew magic items, or have I homebrewed magic items? I'm not getting your sentence structure there, Aaron. Yes, I do homebrew magic items all the time. My more infamous is the a little bit broken, slightly moving rod instead of the immovable rod. It's a GoFundMe I can get behind. No. Thanks, Thomas. Yep. I'm well aware of ArtStation. ArtStation and DeviantArt are good places to source art, because you're getting it directly from the artist, so you know the artist's name, and it's artwork that they've made available that the public is viewing. Thanks to Wall. Question: how would you put immediate murder professionals into your campaign? Put immediate murder professionals... imp. Essentially a band of assassins, an assassin's guild. Like, say they had some gold elves that were involved in their guild, and the gold elves had a very long-standing family tradition of calling on infernal help. Yeah, the D&D's rules encyclopedia. Yeah, I've got the rules encyclopedia somewhere. Up in my bookshelf of wonder. It's wonderful because I can never find anything until just after I need it. Being a team player and not being enticed by a superior personality. I'm just me. Can I make a video on dropping clues to players? I know it's not law, but your other videos on gameplay have been a huge help. Yeah, my upcoming podcasty episodes, like the one that I just released to the public this week, also cover that as well. So that's where I'm going to be talking about gameplay and GMing and storytelling, essentially. And those are very much open to anybody's suggestions. So if they have questions and things like that and stuff that they want me to talk about, ask me those questions in the comment sections on those videos, and I'll get around to talking about them. That includes any movies and books and comic books and other role-playing game systems and things like that that inform what I do, and things that I suggest reading and looking up as like supplementary reading and stuff. Page 222 of the Rules Encyclopedia. Rules Cyclopedia. Mafia movies, yeah. Well, Bob Salvatore is definitely the authority on Drow. Also, Elaine Cunningham. How do you avoid upsetting players when they're in a bigoted region? Don't go on it too heavy. I'd say a little bit of upset is justified and is really what it's all about. Just make it known that it's like there's ways of dealing with it, right? So give them the tools and stuff to deal with it. Particularly if they're like not used to dealing with bigotry and they're directed at them in their day-to-day life. It can be very triggering for people. But it's going to happen. Also, don't forget that people aren't going to leap to insult well-armed adventurers. They're going to be a little bit circumspect about it. Are there any RPGs in the style of Dick Tracy Murder Mystery? Well, if you were playing like one of the wizard police, the cloaks of Cormier, for instance, you could get involved in that sort of thing. Like there's magical investigators, abjurists who shut down supernatural effects and stuff. You can play a Dick Tracy sort of character like that. Cole, I'm having a one-shot set in the silly broken land of orcs of Thar. Yep. I'm playing it up by making the orcs more like Warhammer and making the goblins more like Pathfinder's ideas of thoughts. No, that sounds perfect. Yeah, a little bit of slapstick. What was I looking at the other day? Oh yeah, the armor styles of Bad Moon orcs with the crescent moon helmets and stuff like that was really cool. Thar is... Whereabouts is Thar? It's around the Moon Sea, I think. Was it on the other side of the... Where am I looking? The Vast? Oh no, there we go. It's between Vasa and the Anarok Desert. There's an area at the top of the Moon Sea which is Thar, and that's an orc. Yeah, people either love the podcasty thing or they don't. Although the views are not that great for it, it's like 1,200 at the moment, so not encouraging. I like making them, and there's people who appreciate them, and I think they might pick up a little bit, so I'm going to keep making those videos. I got really good views on the Pathfinder and the Dragonlance and the Palladium videos, so that was very encouraging and lets me know that it's okay to talk about stuff other than Dungeons and Dragons. Hey AJ, thank you Casper, could you explain what is a living gate and how many instances are recorded in Forgotten Realms lore? As far as I know, like in 4th edition, the living gate was a god that stood between the far realm and normal reality. But the gateways and stuff are very complicated. And yeah, I'm going to be talking about one in particular later on, probably in December. That's very, very interesting. As for living gates, though, that probably needs a video in and of itself, because I need to research it more so I can give you a very clear definition of what it is, because I don't want to start talking about it and not really be very well informed on it. Have you heard of Necromancer's Legacy? It was a D20 system book that went with 3rd edition. Found it in the store and looks interesting. New spells and everything. No, not familiar with that one. What was the one that I was looking at the other day? Oh yeah, Relics and Rituals. And Forged in Magic Reforged. There's a few different D20 system books that I've got. You say guilds, I think Ant Warpog. Yeah. Well, Mr. Rex and I were in a live chat that was part of the kind of subversive underground little convention that we had when Wizards of the Coast basically just excluded all independent broadcasters. We made our own little convention. It was better than theirs. Exactly. Gold elves with infernal help. That's how you get Fairy. Yes, that is true. Did I hear of the Dungeon Cast? What about Dungeon Cast? What happened? Thara's north of Moonsea, yeah. Dick Tracy, a ranger whose preferred enemy is dirtbags. That would be your urban ranger or your urban rogue. If you paint an orc pink, does he lose his will to fight? No. He just fights weird. Dick Tracy is a knowledge domain cleric. Yeah, could be. Did you just call me a landfish, Moonring? Honestly, the familiarity. The familiarity. Time for some more vodka. If I get to the point where I can't read anymore, tell you what, I'll just take drinks when there's super chats. How's that? That could get highly dangerous. It's gonna be a wall of super chats now. You guys are gonna try and get me hammered. Yeah, the Palladium Woodward was surprisingly popular. Believe it or not, I don't watch all of Mr. Rex's videos, and I haven't watched his God tier videos. I haven't watched a lot of Jordan's God tier videos either. I've got a few more Dragonlance books on the way from Drive-Thru RPG, but the postal system for international book deliveries is extremely wibbly right now. Hey, Comic Nut. Yep, the Living Gate that was destroyed is where the Shard Mines came from. Yep, correct. And also the Quam. That was the race that was living in the Living Gate. Hey, Pale Rider. Yep, I'm drinking vodka. That is correct. How would I implement a hag capable of ruling a layer of the abyss for a high-level campaign? First of all, she would need a way to mitigate demons being drawn to her power. Because demons are drawn to destructive energy, essentially, and evil. Like moths to a flame. So possibly some sort of like extreme barrier, like really, really horrendous terrain, like chasms and lava lakes and things like that. The other thing is she could live in a demi-realm, which is connected to the abyss. Don't worry. If you get to where you can't read anymore, we will all laugh at you. Yeah, thanks. That's reassuring. What? Robert, wash your mouth. You know you keep calling yourself a dire halfling, but aren't creatures with the dire title in D&D usually evil? Yeah, they are. What microphone do I use? I use the Blue Raspberry, which is a great microphone. It's a USB microphone. It's a lot smaller than a Blue Yeti, and it's quite portable. You can put it into your pocket and carry it around with you. It's cursed only if it has the worm in it, yeah. Peyote, huh. Do I have any drunken monk stories? Yep. Don't tempt us here. It's like, oh, you're so caring. Nobody's done any super chats. It's okay. Okay, I won't drink with every super chat. Yeah, the plague is messing with the postal system. It's true. Aaron Big, what is your like primary language, dude? How you player derailed completely. That's not a proper sentence. I don't understand you. Stop using Google Translate. The living gate that I know of is the one that existed between the prime material plane and the far realm, and it was actually a god, and it was destroyed during the Dawn War a long, long time ago. Do I think I'll do Deep Amaskar this year? No, not this year. It will probably be next year. An anti-hag. I find the concept quite interesting. Wow, my demographics are my analytics on this live stream are skew with. It's not displaying current viewers. Splugorth, yeah. I asked the authors about Deepa Maskar, and they basically said that they're not willing to give any additional information about Deepa Maskar, but we may see products in the future which have something to do with it. What's the armor rating of my flat cap? This is a cheese cutter cap, and I believe the armor rating is non-existent. It's like 0. Hey, David. You see 120. Oh, good. Okay. Cloth armor, yeah. Does it make sense to you that 5th edition druids don't have animal companions anymore? Yes, because they go through so many animal companions. It would be weird to have one that they don't kill. Have you noticed how many animals druids kill? It's quite horrific. I'd be very nervous if I was an animal around a druid. Cheers, Brent. That is very nice. Yeah, Ed Greenwood said that Deepa Maskar was NDA, which is basically him saying, like, just make it up yourself. His focus has very much always been on the central lands of Cormyr, and around like the Sea of Fallen Stars is the central Forgotten Realms. The Sword Coast was expanded on and has become very central to the plots of a lot of stories, and they're also going further north. So everything to the south and east of Faerun is like the forgotten frontier. And they don't really expound on it, and they don't really go into great details, and they don't set adventures there very often, because these are places that are just terra incognita for you to explore and expand on. You can look around and find information on Estegund and Lurin and Drambrath and Helrua and stuff, but really they don't go into great detail about it, and they won't talk about it. And they don't talk about Deepa Maskar because they say it's been hidden for a very long time for a reason. So there's just like, if you want to learn about Deepa Maskar, go and explore and create it yourself, is essentially what they're saying. And I'm fully on board with that. I'm okay with that. Because that gives me basically a license to say, okay, it could be this, and it could be that, and it could be this. And eventually they'll come up with some product that will, correct me. I'm okay with that. But there's nothing stopping us from theorizing about what Deepa Maskar is. Why do you look like a tall dwarf but sound like a halfling? Because that's basically what I am. Yes, I can talk about the Mexican Vampires of Rifts. When you played an AD&D Druid, you never killed your animals. Yeah, well, you haven't played 5th edition Druids. They're murderous. Oh yeah, Pale Rider. Those elves are not just located in the Great Dale. That movement of that subculture, that cult of elves that want to return elves to supremacy on Faerun, are not just limited to the Great Dale. You can find them all over the place. Thanks, William Jackson. Cheers. Hail to the chief. Hola, amigo. No material plane politics here. Do I think Wizards is building up to something about Neverwinter and stuff? Yeah, it could be. I mean, they've got an interest in tying everything that they do in print into their electronic works. So they've got some Neverwinter and Icewind Dale games that they're heavily plugging. So the exciting thing for me is that the next games that they're going to be putting out electronically are the ones by Took Games, which I helped work on. So that's going to be an interesting start to 2021. We may even see some announcements before Christmas, possibly. I think they're cutting it a bit late, to be honest. Hey, Rabbit in Glasses. What resource books or sites do you use when creating unique items for your players? Mostly, I'm so familiar with it now that I just sort of wing it. I do use the I've got some tables on my wall that I use, which are basically just cheat sheets for 5th edition. I do use the stats by challenge rating tables for things. But otherwise, I mean, magic items, I don't generally make magic items systematically. I just sort of I want this, this, and this for this magic item, and I just do it. I don't really worry about balance issues and stuff. I deal with balance issues by just making limited use items and things like that. Do you know of any Mayan Mesoamerican themed D&D content? Partner is Salvatorian, and I would love to get something in the theme. Well, they did come up with some stuff for Mazdaca, and some novels actually, but I can't vouch for them because I haven't read them, and I don't know how culturally sensitive they are. Mysteries are fun, and worlds that are overly detailed can be boring. True, yeah. I'm not saying that you should use every little bit of lore that I include in my videos into your Forgotten Realms world. I'm just saying it's there's a lot of people who watch my videos who don't even play D&D, who are just interested in learning about this place that doesn't exist. And that's my forte. So I want to learn the lore. I want to relate the specific stuff to you because that's my passion. No, haven't played Baldur's Gate 3. Haven't watched any gameplay of Baldur's Gate 3. I've just seen the original release footage of when they were just about to release the game, when the developer was actually playing it. That's all I saw. I am a game last adopter, so I don't pre-order video games unless it's like Star Wars, and I don't play them as soon as they come out. I wait until they're pretty much in the bargain bin. And since I live in New Zealand, it's kind of pointless for me to focus my channel on reviewing stuff because I get it like the last person to get stuff is me. Making a shadow druid. Nothing wrong with that. No, I haven't been. I realised that I've been drinking mead since the beginning of the year when I started brewing mead, and that is all I was drinking was just mead, and I got kind of sick of drinking mead. So I bought myself some rum and I bought myself some vodka, and this is the first drink of vodka that I've had this year. In fact, this is the first vodka drink that I've had in about 2 years, I would say. Ooh. Are there any real silver or gold or platinum coins? It would be bullion art, not true currency, made for D&D. Not as far as I know, Corey. Isn't Chul Mesoamerican? Chult? Are you saying Chult? No. I would say it's got aspects of it, but no, it's almost like how would you describe Chult? Like jungle Haiti, sort of. It's different. Cholt's got its own culture that doesn't really compare well to other cultures. Like, not everything in Forgotten Realms is an analog for some Earth culture. What do you think of the Grim Hollow stuff? I don't have any familiarity with Grim Hollow stuff unless somebody sends it to me. You've never played D&D, just love the vids? Spare 5? There you go. Yeah, like, I don't expect everybody to play Forgotten Realms all the time. I certainly don't. I like the Forgotten Realms. It's a great place to start a campaign, but I very quickly leave the Forgotten Realms in my campaigns. Yeah, I got some Appleton's Estate. Let's see the rum. I got some Appleton's Estate signature. I like buying good rum and good vodka. Life's too short for buying cheap alcohol. Like, if you're only going to drink it once a year, buy the good stuff. If an Aurum has access to a very rich gold mine, what are the chances of it growing to a medium or large size? Pretty good. Pretty good. Thanks, Melfazar. Greetings, AJ. Here's for the Mead and Cheese Fund. What do you think about the drow having an Australian accent because they live down under? Yeah, that's fine. Lulth sends you greetings, mate. I cast dancing lights. Featherfall. Welcome to the lost drow city of Gundawindi. I love it. Poisonous spiders. You think you got poisonous spiders, mate? Can't sit on a cushion here without a lesser speckled sidewinder spider nipping you on the toes. You don't drink alcohol, you find it too sour. Yeah, it is sour. Yeah, Kraken rum's okay. Yes, I've watched The Boys. I like it. I like anything with Carl Urban in it, man. Carl Urban is my spirit animal. Chult is a mixture of the Congo and the Amazon. Do you think you'll ever do vids on Domains of Dread other than Barovia? In fact, yes. I think I might have a supplement on that on the way as well. I have access to that stuff. It's just like reading time. Like, I am studying the lore of Dungeons and Dragons as I'm making the video, so I don't know everything automatically. It's not like I start making a video and I'm just like, oh yeah, I know all about blah, blah, blah. No, I get the books and I read and I study and I make videos. That's what I do. That's interesting you mentioned that epic through, because that's what I was thinking about with the Domains of Dread. Like, don't just restrict yourself to the existing Domains of Dread. Make a Nightmare on Elm Street Domain of Dread. Make a let's see, what's the more modern take horrors? The Frighteners, or like Poltergeist. Get yourself a like The Ring Domain of Dread. Critical Role gets paid to do the accents you do naturally. You're primed to stream D&D sessions. Maybe so. My idea was we get a bunch of D&D people who make D&D videos, like me and Jordan and Taryn and various others, and but we don't normally like stream our games and stuff. And then we just have the viewers of a live stream throwing like accents at us to do, like make an NPC that's a dwarven bard, and we have to roleplay the accent of a dwarven bard. I thought that would be a really interesting live stream experience. You think alcohol tastes like mouthwash? It's a good reason for that. Have I read The Boys? No, I have not, Elijah. Carl Urban is hot but totally off limits. How do you know? How do you know? You can only do cocktails. Well, technically, this is a cocktail. I'm not drinking straight vodka here. Behir are creepy. Like, when you think about how spooky, like seeing multiple dragon legs wrapped around a rock or something and not knowing that it's a Behir, that would be creepy as hell. And also the static electricity that a Behir would let off, because it generates bolts of electricity, would feel like a magical field, like a potent magical field. If you didn't know you were facing a Behir, you'd be like, what is this? Plus, they're intelligent and they can talk. Time to take a vacation to Oregon. You didn't know Jordan Peterson had a D&D channel. You gotta take personal responsibility for your character's actions. It's my Jordan Peterson impersonation. When you're rolling up a character, you gotta examine various Jungian archetypes. Are you caught up on Dresden yet? No. Dude, I haven't even watched the latest episode of... well, I'm not going to say because somebody's going to spoil it. I haven't watched the latest episode of something. Just 1 hour today, because you don't want to see me on 2 hours of vodka. Also, I've had like 2 hours sleep because I was like organizing some stuff. Well, I don't know. I mean, it depends on the lives. Like, I'm not without like my mercenary side, so it depends on the super chats. Thanks, Adrianeth. For the love of Lore Hobbit, drink up! God damn it. Any D&D novel recommendations? Okay. It's not a D&D novel, but I'm going to say go and read Gaunt's Ghosts, a series by Dan Ablett for Warhammer 40k. Essentially, it follows the career of a bunch of Imperial Guards from a world that was where they were recruited from en masse by the Imperial Army, and the world that they came from, Tanith, was destroyed, later destroyed, and so they're like the last remnants of Tanith and its culture. And as you follow through these novels, you really get to know these characters, and it's a really good way of like looking at NPCs and stuff in a campaign over the long haul, where you get really attached to them, and where the life and like the death of a character that you know really well is really important and just sort of shouldn't be thrown away. So I would recommend reading those books. As for D&D books, start off with something relatively light but good, like the Cleric Quintet, and then move into like all the Dristerd and Companions of the Hall books. But there's a lot to choose from. Hey, welcome to Bronze Dragon. Thanks, Melfisar. I'm driving with my bard who is a motivational speaker. What advice can you give him to improve his game? What as a motivational speaker? Pick out people in the audience and like involve them in his speech. So he's like, stand up with me, and then he's like, what do you see the vision of this town? And then like build up the people around him so like they want to be there and get singled out by him. He becomes a cult of personality. Have you read any Zeely books? No. Boozify myself. It's made from potato, potato, potato. Irish vodka drinking song. Okay. Oh, dude. Yeah. Definitely do sound effects for when a Behir's charging up its lightning breath. That would be awesome. Last time you googled him who was married and off limits. Yeah, well. I'm 9% beers in already, so I'll match you drink for drink if you go as far as super chats. Take the time limit deal. Maybe. Like, I do what I want, you know. Like, as I say, it's only like, it's not even 11 o'clock in the morning and I'm already fairly ripped, so. Have I seen the new Purple Worm miniature? Not that interested in new Purple Worm miniatures. Like, how useful are they really? They're good looking miniatures to have on a shelf, for sure. But they're also really easy and fun to make yourself. Grab yourself some... Grab yourself some Sculpey and make your own. Don't read any Mastara novels. Cholt's New Jersey. Hey, don't go ripping on Jersey. Ed Greenwood's Spellfire novel is a bit corny, but to me it read like an adventure. Oh, okay, that's good to know. The best advice anyone ever gave me for public speaking, motivational or otherwise, was to imagine that everyone in the audience was on fire. My best advice for public speaking is to concentrate on like the people that you know in the audience and just speak to them. Or try and like phase it out and imagine you're just practicing in a mirror and that there's nobody out there watching you. Thanks, Pat Ryder. Cheers. Flippin', thank you. Love all the lore videos. It's giving this fresh and green GM ideas. Can't wait to see what else you come up with. Me neither. So yeah, I've got some really good videos coming up. Basically, this month is where I catch up with some requests. So the Exeter Chittles. What else have I got? Did I write them down? Doodle-it, doodle-it. Oh, I've started singing. I'm still not doing the Kitsune. Yes. There will be monster videos. There will be videos on some very interesting stuff in December. A plot of world-shaking proportions that has got to do with Orc history that not even Mr. Rex knows. Drink again, Law Hobbit. Thank you, Amos. Cheers. You're about to run your fiance's first game, Spelljammer. Any advice for a training wheels game? It's a 2-player game. The second player is running a healer. Couriers is a really good one. So you've got a patron group, which is essentially the Pony Express, and they're sending you on a planner adventure. So they essentially hand you some tickets to keys to get through portals and things like that, which is very valuable information. And if dark powers get hold of those keys, it can cause all sorts of problems. So it's a risky gambit, but you have a lot of backup. Join Toastmasters, yeah, exactly. Join the experts. Just call you Puff the Magic Dragon. Did I just say it's the Dutch Iddles? Yes, I did. Yep, essentially there's some people who have been like hassling me for, well, not hassling, but reminding me repeatedly about the videos that they want to see. And so I basically decided just to get them all out of the way as quickly as possible. Including the Frog Hemoth. Not even Mr. Rex knows. That's right. He don't know this. Yeah, unless he went directly to the source, he does not know. There is no way for him to know, to be fair. He probably would know if there was a way for him to know, but currently he does not know. But after I've made the video on it, he will know. So there will be a split second of him not knowing and then suddenly knowing. Grey Goose? No, I'm drinking Crystal Skull vodka. Hey, Dan Aykroyd, do you want to sponsor my channel? I'll drink this every damn weekend, I'm telling you. Shit, just send me some merch. I'll buy the vodka myself. Oh, this is very good vodka. And I'm going to give my liver a workout. I'm also kind of celebrating because we shared all the sheep on the property yesterday. And I managed to get through hauling 120 kg heavy sheep. Talk about heavy sheep. And at one point I tripped over a log backwards and went head backwards into an iron fence, which was not fun. But I kept hold of the sheep. Yeah, I'd be very surprised if Mr. Rex beats me to the punch on that video because I haven't talked about what it's going to be about. Is weed illegal in Kiwiland? No, it's not. It's like they're the government has kind of instructed the police to not put people in jail for possession of marijuana, but it's not legal. Can a beholder kill you if you cast Dream on it? It's a good question. I don't know. Well, another thing you can do if you've just got two people playing the game is run 2 characters each. But I wouldn't recommend that for people who have just started the game. Just keep them on 1 character each. Have a game that's really quick, fast-paced with just 2 players because they can make decisions really quickly. Combat is also extremely quick. And just adjust the number of monsters so you're always erring on the low side. Maybe Mr. X is lurking in the stream. I don't think Fermin is here. Sorry for my bad English. I've been following you for a few years. I love your videos. Greetings from Peru. Hey, greetings. Thank you. Oh, Kick-Ass Duke coming in with a $20 live chat. Thank you. Just wanted to say that I'm excited because I put my deposit down and came January will be going to school for music production, which includes recording voice, dialogue, and Foley work. So fully expect to start a D&D channel of my own. Awesome. Awesome. If you need anything from me whatsoever, I'm always there. You can contact me anytime with any advice, whatever it's worth, that I can give you. Oh, I'd love to go and discuss like supernatural stuff with Dan Aykroyd. He is an absolute storehouse of information on the paranormal. Like, he literally is like his character in Ghostbusters. Except instead of like being Peter, the sponge has migrated, he's actually like very well informed. And talk about a good salesman. I've been like ever since I saw him on the Joe Rogan podcast, where he was talking about his vodka. I've been wanting to try it because he's a very good salesman. If you cast Dream on a beholder, is that foreplay or impregnation? Pretty much impregnation, I would say. Like, okay, think about this, guys. If you have a less than nice gold dragon that can go into the dreams of creatures and manipulate them, what could it do with a beholder? Dragonlance channel incoming. No, I haven't tried Alberta Pure. We like I generally try like we have very good vodka here in New Zealand that we produce here. Restance. Grey juice. Yeah, I like. I'm a deep lover of folklore and modern day cryptids as well as old, stuff as well. Tracking all the alien mythos is really interesting as well, and like a lot of the real world things which are just very hard to describe and discern. One of the interesting things is studying Rapa Nui, Easter Island, and their culture. Really fascinating. I would ask him, is my stepmom an alien? Do you think you were making a documentary? Call your channel Duke of Dead Ass. Yeah, exactly. A blend of fantasy and social science. Exactly. So, beholders produce their offspring kind of involuntarily through their dreams, manifesting as actual beholders. And gold dragons can manipulate dreams. So gold dragons could make custom-made beholders. So it would not be like... Gold dragons aren't really accountable to anybody. So with the best of intentions, a lawful good beholder, a lawful good gold dragon could make use of a beholder to make little spectator minions that are working on behalf of the gold dragon. Yeah, Joe Rogan's latest podcast has got some information, additional information about, suspected US UFO shenanigans. How goes the re-upload of the Rock video? Yeah, good question, Darkstrider. Thanks. Yeah, I need a reminding of my failings. That was such a good video too. Oh, I'm so bummed out they took it down. But I'll make a better one. Yes, filtered 3 times and washed over some special crystals. What sort of crystals? Trademarks of Globe Fill Incorporated. Use your head, drink responsibly. Crystal Head uses the highest quality grain and pristine water from Newfoundland, Canada to craft an additive-free and gluten-free vodka. Gluten-free? Absolutely nothing is added to enhance or mask the taste. Crystal Head is a quadruple distilled and filtered 7 times. 3 of those filtrations pass through the layers of Herkimer diamonds as a final distinctive touch. Well, I wouldn't say it's a distinctive touch. It would be an unnoticeable touch, really. The detailed integrity of the skull-shaped bottle was proudly designed with a pure spirit in mind. Together, Dan Aykroyd and John Alexander sought to craft a vessel worthy of a multi-award-winning ultra-premium vodka, the unique achievement of creativity, craftsmanship, purity, and quality. Well, I can certainly attest to the quality. I have never had a finer tasting vodka than this. How do we know you aren't a gold dragon pretending to be a die hobbit? You don't know I'm not a die hobbit. I could be anything. I could be a doppelganger. Ooh, starting to heat up here. Damien, yes, you are too late. Who want vodka for the next giveaway? AJ, if you were born with a superpower, what superpower would you have? It would be a toss-up between being able to run at sonic speed, flight, not even supersonic flight, just flight in general, or being invulnerable to all harm. Damn near invulnerable to most harm anyway. So yeah, running at sonic speed would be really awesome. I always quite loved the idea of being the Flash. Because, like, I'm not built for speed. I've never been a particularly fast runner. They're not diamonds, they're a crystal. They're called diamonds, but they're a type of crystal. Special crystals or family jewels. Newfoundland for pronunciation. Thank you. Perfect place for me to visit? Probably. I hear it's quite cold. And they have a tradition when you go to Newfoundland and you go into a bar and you've got to order a certain thing. Well, I drink responsibly because A, I'm not driving anywhere. B, I have a fully stocked larder of food that I'm going to tuck into as soon as I've finished the live stream to sober up a little bit. 3, I'm basically the plans for the rest of the day is sit down and read and watch my shows. So, yeah, I'm in a great position to get kind of tanked right now. The only other thing I've got to do today is transfer some laundry from my broken washing machine to another washing machine. Damn it, I've got to fix my washing machine. I'm just 3 chittles in a trench coat. Corey, before I forget, so the object a lich is bound to should be made of gold because it does not oxidize nor corrode in natural conditions. If the gold is over 75% pure, it should be eternal. In theory. Yep. They have illithid beholders. They do. A mind witness, I believe it's called. Invisibility or flight? Good. Teleportation's pretty good too. Ooh, being able to create a custom demi-plane. That is good. Thanks, Pale Rider. Cheers. Thanks you, Adrianeth, for the new washer parts fund. Washer parts, oh, right. Yeah. It's always something, isn't it? You get a little bit ahead and it's like, bills. Still, that washing machine has served me well for the last 2 years. Ah, that's it. Kiss the cod. Drink the scratch? What is that tradition? Kissing the cod and drinking the scratch. It's basically drinking something. Ah, similar to climate to New Zealand. I would say it's a bit more humid though, right? Like, does it snow there? Being able to read an entire book with a touch or unlimited amount of mental memory? Well, I do pretty much have a very good memory. And as long as I could get the full enjoyment of reading the book as I absorb it with a touch, that would be cool. I deal with coins and precious metals. It's not a theory, sir. It's a science. Yeah, no, I'm not saying that it's not a real thing. I'm saying when exposed to potent necrotic energy because you've turned it into a phylactery, maybe there's some weird chemical shit that goes on with precious metals that we're not aware of. That's all I'm saying. Leave a little bit of wiggle room for the fantastic. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Demon Immortal. Nice to see you. What it do? Isn't New Zealand basically a demi-plane? It is at this stage, yes, it is. We're essentially Sigil, except you can't get in there and we can't leave. Well, I suppose we can leave, but we can't come back. How do you stat a dragon from the plane of ash? It's probably best handled like a template, so you get various aspects of elemental creatures that have that ashy thing. So you look at, elementals, quasits, that sort of thing, and then apply it to a dragon on a large scale. So at the moment in New Zealand, if you're a New Zealand citizen who is currently located overseas and you need to get back into New Zealand, you need to pre-book your managed isolation. So you need to pre-book basically a hotel stay for 2 weeks in New Zealand in a managed isolation facility. So these are like 5-star hotels and stuff. It's pretty nice. Like we've seen some of the locations and stuff because people blog from their managed isolation facilities. And then once that's done, you can just basically leave and go back to your life. But the problem is that some people overseas, it's a constantly fluid and changing situation as like our alert levels and stuff fluctuate. And a lot of people got caught out overseas and didn't manage to book their isolation before they got their like air tickets and stuff. So all of a sudden it's like, well, you can't actually come to New Zealand because you're, so they're stuck in limbo. And there's some prominent people who have been whinging about that, justifiably, because they should have been informed. Like, it's not too hard for the New Zealand government to send out a memo to all of the airline companies that deal with New Zealand and say, hey, look, people need to know if they're booking flights to New Zealand that they need to have their managed isolation facilities sorted. And the problem is that we don't have unlimited managed isolation facilities because we're not custom making like camps and stuff. We're actually booking hotels and the government is paying for the hotels. So there's a limited number of like 1,600 per day or something like that. All right, everybody. Time for me to go. I know you don't play video games. I do play video games. At the moment I'm playing No Man's Sky and the latest Star Wars game, Squadrons. What else am I playing on the PS4? Nothing much. I've been playing No Man's Sky quite a lot. Excuse me. Super chat him, everyone. He'll stay here. That's true. I will. How can I find a woman like Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern? They're everywhere. You just got to go look. Just go look for a decent, hard-working, educated woman, man. They're everywhere. One more. Thank you, Power Rider. Thank you, everybody. Shop Titans. Okay. The rest of my weekend, yeah. Thank you, everyone. Dangerous drinking buddy, it's true. You're going to play Cyberpunk 2077 when it finally releases? Probably not my thing. When it gets to the bargain bin, that's when I'll pick it up and play it. I'm not slurring my speech yet. Yes, I am. You just can't hear it because I'm a Kiwi and my accent sounds messed up. But I am. I'm the sort of person who gets a bit more careful about how they talk when I'm drunk. Oh, thank you very much, sir. You can tell because my expressions start to match my words. He's from New Orleans. See it in the cheeks, yeah. Yeah, no, I don't drive anyway, so it's all good. The Brit comes out. For all I gotta do is accentuate my vowels and I start to talk like a drow. A fan with too much time did a crossover of 40k and Star Wars. His voice acting. Oh, no, I thought it was like a supplement you were talking about. Really? That's interesting. I haven't heard of that, DeWall. You've really created a monster. Maybe. It's not over until my forehead's on the desk. You are a bad drinking buddy. Thanks, Justin. Weave? Wait, that's how drow are. That's true. Exactly, Lysander. Thank you. The truth is, I'm one of those people that stops drinking for 5 minutes and I start to sober up. No drinks, just cheese. I've got bacon. I'm good. Damn, I didn't even get to try my other mixer. This was soda with a lemon twist. I'll get around to it. I've got a lot of fuel. Man, that's me on that. Ooh, crikey. Crikey. All right, everybody. He can sober up in 7 days. We need to train him. Thanks, Demon Immortal. There's always next time. Exactly. Alcohol ruins short-term memory. Haven't found that myself. AJ is a die hobbit. You know how much booze it would take to knock that giant down? Right. I mass over 120 kilos, dudes. I can drink you under a bus. See you later, everyone. Be kind to each other. Now more than ever. Be gracious. Celebrate. Uplift. Have fun games. Be creative. Wear your geek with pride. And I'll catch you all next weekend.